morning. It is Thursday morning. Today is the eve of Rhinebeck weekend, the weekend of the New York State Sheep and Wool Festival. Today is the day that I am hitting the road to head down to the Hudson Valley area of New York. I'm going to be hitting the road very, very soon. I think I'm doing okay. I wanted to leave by 10 a.m. It is 9:15. I do still have like a few more things to do, but I think I'm doing okay. We're doing good. I am putting labels on the mini skeins that I'm planning on handing out at the festival and various events this weekend. So this is something that I did last year and I had so much fun. Just as I saw friends. I have not even written the email yet, but I really hope to send out an email to my email subscribers. I plan to do that tonight from the Airbnb, letting people know that if you see me, to ask me about my mini skeins. And I have a ton. I have 75 mini skeins this year to hand out. I had 50 last year. So I have 75 mini skeins this year to hand out. And yes, I'm very excited. Very, very excited for that. Such a great thing to give a little gift to friends. And I'm trying to figure out, it would be great to do like a meetup somewhere, either like at like the picnic tables, like at like the Dutchess County Fairgrounds, either at like the picnic tables or on like that grassy area that is commonly called the Hill. But it's just, at this point, it's just so hard for me to know exactly like when I'm gonna be there on Saturday. Just like my carpool situation isn't 100% right now. So I think I'm going to be there by noon, but I just would hate to say like, oh, that's not, I don't know about this stapler. It's not the stapler I normally use. I'm futzing around with this. Going for my good stapler. Going for the Bosch. Yeah, I would just hate to like send out an email to have like a noon meetup. Although noon is lunchtime, so it's not a good time to have a meetup anyway. But anyway, I'm just rambling. I'm so excited. I'm just so excited to hit the road. I downloaded an audiobook and I've already started listening to it while I was winding up these mini skeins, and so far it's pretty good. It's called Mother-Daughter Murder Night by Nina Simone. I believe I've read quite a few books by that author as well. So, yes. So I started listening to it already while I was winding up mini skeins, just to like make sure that I would enjoy it so that the time would pass by really quickly. So my drive is fairly short. It'll probably be like 4.5 hours. If traffic is bad, if I hit like construction or something, it could possibly be 5, but like that's not too bad. I think it's just gonna be kind of boring because I'm just driving by myself. So, you know, it's just boring. And I'm kind of like an antsy, fidgety person, and I actually don't normally drive. I normally carpool for work, and when I say carpool, I get a ride to work just about every day. So I don't drive. I drive to Fiber Night on Wednesdays, and like that's it. I drive for 15 minutes on a Wednesday, and that's like literally all the driving I do. So this is kind of like a big trip for me. It's fine. Yeah, so I'm really excited. I'll definitely have my camera with me, and I'm not putting stickers on these. Okay, I guess I did. I should just make 2 piles. I should just staple and then just sticker and like, okay. And I need to like focus because I really need to hit the road. Like I need to be on the road on my way at 10 a.m. not just like thinking about putting stuff in my car at 10 a.m. because nothing's in my car yet. Anyway, so hello. My name is Meg. I am a yarn dyer and my yarn business is called Megs & Co. And thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. All month long for October, I have been doing a just a little October vlog series to just kind of share my making, share my yarn dyeing, little sneak peek into the studio, all the things. And I feel like the kind of the big climax here, I'm trying to focus on 2 things in my mind. The big climax here is that today I am leaving for the New York State Sheep and Wool Festival that is down in Rhinebeck, New York. And I will definitely be vlogging as much as I can. I do like to, you know, participate as much as I can and be immersed in the moment and enjoying and whatnot. So sometimes I feel like I have a lot of ambition to film and photograph and do all the things, and then I come home and I'm like, okay, wow, I pulled out my camera for like a few sheep photos and that's it. And you know, just is what it is. Not a staple. So I have a very busy weekend. I'm very excited about. Tonight I am going to the preview party for a Woolen affair. So this is in Kingston, New York, and it's like right on the river at a place called the Hutton Brickyards. Very beautiful place. I've actually done an event at this particular venue before, and it's a beautiful venue. So I'm very excited for this, and I hope that the preview event is worth it. I think it's just going to be a nice kind of relaxing way to kick things off. I think I'm just more excited to kind of have an opportunity to start shopping and browsing without like a big crowd. Is really what kind of really like allured me to it. Is sometimes with this weekend it can just be a little overwhelming with just the volume of people and the volume of crowds. It's like, I love peopling, I love conversation, but when it's just overwhelming, like all around you, and you kind of feel like you're losing control of things, that's just too much. And so I'm hoping that this event is going to be just nice in a way that you can actually have more direct conversation with people, meaningful conversation, instead of like, hello, 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 hello. And have, you know, more one-on-one time with the vendors to be able to shop, and so I'm really looking forward to that. And I think there's like live music, and so it just should be like, just what a fun way to kind of kick things off for the weekend, like a party essentially. I think there's like open bar, like, yeah, it's just gonna be fun. Just a party. So I'm actually just gonna like head right there because it is, yeah, it's probably gonna take me like a good 4.5 hours to get downstate by the time I leave. I just don't think I'll have time to stop at my Airbnb, which is in Saugerties. So to drive to Saugerties and then have to drive to Kingston, which is like another 25 minutes away, that's just gonna add like an hour on to things. So I'm just gonna go right to Kingston, and if I get there really early, I will find, I don't know, a coffee shop or something. Honestly, pull over to the side of the road and read a book or knit or something. I will figure it out. It is a beautiful day, and I am not worried about having time to myself at all. So there's that tonight, and then tomorrow is Friday, and so Friday is kind of like the official pre-events day. So there's 3 pre-events that I know of that are going on. I always feel like there's just like more and more popping up every day. And of course, like in some of the local yarn stores, there's trunk shows, and like there's just so much going on all weekend long. But so on Friday there's Indie Untangled, which is in Saugerties, and that is at Hits on the Hudson, is that right? I don't know. I have the morning passes for that. So because I'm staying in Saugerties pretty close to that venue, it just made sense to start there. So I'm literally like 10 minutes away, if that. It's funny because I usually don't like to go to that very first morning slot because I feel like that's kind of the craziest, you know, like that's when the diehards go and they're just like running through the gates and they have to get their things, and I'm there for the vibes and the relaxation and to see people and socialize. And so but for my, it just seemed like for my schedule and timing, it just made sense to start the day there, because then that way, like wherever I end up in the evening, I don't have to like worry about getting back to Saugerties by a certain time, because Indie Untangled does time slots, so you have to like plan ahead of time what time you are going to shop. So it just, you have to just commit, like, you know, I'm going to be here at this specific time, and I tend to kind of just like float through events like this, so I don't know, I don't like committing to a time. So I thought like first thing in the morning I can do that because I won't have gotten like distracted or convinced to do something else yet. So that's where I'm going to start, and definitely very excited about that. I know that Sandy of Long Meadow Farm is vending at Indie Untangled this year. She is semi-local to me, and so we've done a lot of the same shows together. So I'm like just so excited that she's in that show and to see her booth. Yeah, just so many great vendors that I just cannot wait to see their booths. I am going to be shopping for gifts this year for a couple people, and that's really fun too, to like not be shopping for yourself. Yes, and then so after that, probably get some lunch, and then I'm actually heading back to a Woolen affair. Last year I did Indie Untangled and then Cake Palooza, which is in Saugerties as well. And I guess the advantage of like doing both those two events is that they're both in Saugerties, so you don't really have to drive around very much. They're very close together, like within 20 minutes of each other. So I had thought of doing those two events again, but maybe it was just like the timing of the tickets that I had last year. It just felt like I was running from one to the next, and it was like by the time I got to the second one, I just really wasn't like in the mood to shop. I don't know, as strange as that sounds, like, you know, when you've wandered around a place for 2 hours and you're just kind of tired. It just wasn't in the mood. So that's why I was like, I'm gonna go back to a Woolen Fair because I will have already done my shopping, and then this way I can just do like the social part of it. And that event goes late, so I can like kind of hang out, bum around town, and then head back to a Woolen Fair like later, because it doesn't end till like 7 or something. So that'll be fun. And then maybe I'll just decide not to go. I don't know, because my Thursday ticket like came with a Friday ticket, so if I don't use my Friday ticket, you know, whatever. And yeah, and then Saturday I plan to go to the fairgrounds. And yeah, like I said, I haven't like figured out my Saturday, because I don't need to be at the fairgrounds like when it opens. Absolutely not. And I do feel like going kind of more middle day, the traffic's just a little bit better, because all those people that need to run to their treasured item, they're gonna get there right at like 9 a.m. and traffic's just gonna be crazy. So I'll wait until like 11 or so. And a couple of the people that are in the house that I'm sharing, they are vending at a Woolen Fair, so they are probably going to want to sleep and not go early as well. So that's what I mean. I just have to figure out, you know, are we going to carpool? Are we going to go together? Like, what's the deal there? And then there is another event on Saturday that I'm going to. I actually don't know much about it. Friend purchased tickets for that event. Is at a farm. Other than that, I know nothing about it, but it sounds fun. I think it's another event with like live music and food trucks. I don't know, it sounds like a grand old time. Got me a live music and food trucks. And then Sunday, definitely be heading back to the fairgrounds. Sunday is my day that I like to shop at the Sheep and Wool Festival. So Saturday, especially if the crowds are just wild, Saturday is, I will kind of just use that day to socialize and see friends from all across the country, across the world for that matter, you know, that I only get to see 1 or 2 times a year, if that. Sometimes it's just at this event. Sometimes it's friends that, you know, I've only seen online and I'm just meeting for the first time, which is so cool. Yeah, so I feel like there's just a lot of visiting that goes on Saturday. And again, like, I just tend to get like really overwhelmed in the barns when they're absolutely packed full of people. And if I feel like I'm like getting stuck in a booth, I'm a little claustrophobic, so I kind of panic a little bit. If I feel like I cannot easily exit, I just don't like it. So yeah, I kind of hang out more like towards like the animal barns and just do peopling. If the weather is bad, but I don't think it's going to be, the forecast is beautiful. If for some reason the weather's bad, usually, you know, people will stay away a little bit more. So Saturday is fine for shopping. I did go on a rainy Saturday here one year, and it wasn't so crazy crowded. But yeah, but Sunday is always nice and quiet. So honestly, if you could only go on one day, I would go Sunday. It's just such a different vibe. It's just so relaxed. You can get into the booths. And I know that some people, you know, are just really worried about things selling out, or, you know, missing, you know, certain items. And so many of the vendors, you know, they will do pre-orders of their special colorways or their special items online. I know not every vendor sells online, and that's part of why we go to events like this, but so many of them do. And they will put their stuff up for pre-order on their website. Sometimes if you ask, you can order there in the booth. Again, not always, but very often. Like, I don't think it's outrageous to say that like 70% of the time you can put in an order there in the booth for something that has sold out. And I know you don't get to bring it home right then and there, but then you don't have to carry it around. It just gets shipped to your house. So, but yeah, then you can just take your time, leisure, and shop. And there's just so much stuff. There's just so much good things. There's so much good yarn. There's so much good wool. There's so much like good gifts and housewares, like just everything, pottery and soaps and yarn bowls. And it's just like, if you can't find anything, I don't know what event you went to. And then a lot of times on Sunday, like towards the end, you know, vendors start getting to where, well, they don't want to take home certain things, and they'll start doing flash sales. So a lot of times, like Sunday afternoon, you can start getting some really good deals because vendors will start throwing up flash sales in their booth. So that's a little tip right there too. Sometimes those last couple hours are super duper. Anyway, I'm almost completely done. Still gotta sticker these, but I'm almost completely done labeling these minis. What time is it? Oh, it's 9:30. I gotta get my friggin' butt moving because I was gonna make some sandwiches for the road, and I do think that there's food trucks tonight, but I was gonna make an extra sandwich just in case, because I'd rather have a emergency sandwich than be hungry. I'd rather not eat a sandwich than not have an option to not eat the sandwich, if that makes sense. Just gonna make my sandwich, pack my car, give all my puppies a good snuggle. I gotta find my cat somewhere. Oh my god, he was such a terror last night. He woke me up at like 4 in the morning. And now he does this thing where he bothers the dogs. Not the dogs, one dog, Logan, who's snoring behind me. And I think the kitten knows exactly what he's doing. Logan does not want to be bothered when he's sleeping, and the kitten bites his teeth. The kitten bites Logan's paws in the middle of the night while Logan is sleeping, and Logan gets very upset. And Logan sleeps in the bed with me, and so Logan has to wake me up to tell me that the kitten is being an asshole. So he'll like sit on me. It's just like two children like running around the bed because one is chasing the other one, and the one is like upset. It's cute, but it's just like so freaking annoying. And I'm just like, you know, you can stand up for yourself, buddy. Yes, you can. So he's tired because I guess he didn't get a good night's sleep. But I know that kitten knows exactly what he's doing. You get a little smirk on his face when he's pouncing and gnawing at his paws. Anyway. Anyway, I need to pack the car and get on my way. After, I think, one of the most chaotic exits ever, both my dogs did not want me to leave. We usually, if both my husband and I are going somewhere, we actually usually take the dogs with them. So as soon as they saw my suitcase rolling out, they just got so excited and thought that perhaps that they were coming with me, and I felt so bad. My older dog Logan just sat down in the middle of the garage and pretty much refused to go back in the house. I had to carry him in the house. And then while I was carrying him in the house, the kitten then ran out of the house. It was chaos. I'm literally in a sweat. But you guys, it is time to hit the road and go to Rhinebeck. Let's do it. I need to get out of this house because holy moly, it's time to go on vacation. Let's do it. Let's go. I made it. I am here. It was such an easy drive. Weather was perfect. No traffic. It's like super early. I got here in 4 hours. So it's only like 2:30 and the event doesn't start, I think, until 4. But I have stuff for a vendor. So that is why I came straight here. Yeah. So I'm going to go and try to find them and give them their stuff, help them finish setting up if they need any help, and then probably find a nice place to hopefully sit by the river and either sit in it or read my book, depending on what I want to do. I don't know. I might also just want to walk around because I've been sitting on my ass for like 4 hours. So yeah, I need to get out of this car. All right, let's go.
So I actually bought these lights the last time I came here, and I sent them with Meg, so I was like, I don't want to pay to ship these lights home. And then when I told her I was coming, she was like, hey, I have your lights!
It's my personal bat.
Oh, I don't care.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't. Do you care?
I don't mind. It doesn't hurt me.
I don't think so. Oh,
We're here. We made it. I had to drive 4 hours. How long did you have to drive?
3.5.
I got on a plane at 5 o'clock yesterday morning.
So I think you win.
It was a 15-hour day.
You win.
I think I win. Yeah.
Who are you?
I'm Heather. I'm so happy Jane. My name is Heather Jane, in case you're wondering why Jane is in the name.
Yes. And do you see how beautiful her booth is illuminated?
Because Meg brought me lights. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Meg. Who gave you those lights?
Yeah. There's a story for that too. These lights have come full circle.
They have, actually.
They really have. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm here. I made it. It's Thursday. It's the pre-party. I've got this huge freaking bag of swag.
What's in there?
I don't know what's in it. I haven't looked. I'll look into it tonight. I think there's like a
Look who's behind you. Other side.
Hi.
Someone you know.
Yeah, so I got my swag bag and now we're just chilling, doing a little pre-shopping. I have bought something already that I'm super excited about. And yeah, that's really it. Update done. Bye.
And I appreciate
was an amazing day. I finally made it to my Airbnb after an epic day. I started in Rochester, went on a road trip, attended the Woolen Affair pre-party, and now I'm about to climb in bed. And the weekend has not even begun. How amazing is that? Love it. So yes, I just a couple hours ago just got back from the Woolen Affair pre-party and wanted to check in before I did climb into bed. Yes, super tired from travels, from all the things, but I don't know, I always feel like I should get thoughts out like while they're still fresh and everything. I had so much fun. I really enjoyed it. It was really nice. That location is just spectacular. So it's at the Hutton Brickyards in Kingston, and it's right on the river. And it's in this like kind of outdoor indoor venue, and it reminds me a lot of the venue that I vend at in September, the Western New York Fiber Festival. I will continue to plug that festival because I love that festival. But it reminds me of that same festival in that it is an outdoor festival but with a permanently covered structure. And so that's how this one is, but it's just much bigger. So it's just very unique. It's very nice, and it's right on the river. So it's just nice to kind of, you know, be outside in nature, but you know, also at this event. And just the vibe was just great. There was a live band, and it just, you know, it's the first, barely the first day. And so there's just like this energy and excitement. And so the pre-party, you know, only a few people not a few people, but, you know, only a couple hundred people get to go, because they limit the number of tickets. So that way you get kind of exclusive shopping. The idea being you get kind of more private shopping in a little bit more, you know, quieter access to each booth, which is very nice, especially if you are somebody that gets like overwhelmed easily, you know, just doesn't want to deal with the crowds. But $1 million question. So this was not a cheap event. This event cost $150 a ticket. That is not like, yeah, you don't blink an eye at $150, especially when that's usually not the only ticket event that you are then going to pay for. And you also have to pay for parking if you can't carpool, or even if you are going to carpool, you have to chip in for your parking pass. So you have to pay $150, you have to buy a parking pass, and then you still have to buy tickets to all your other events, including, you know, the New York State Sheep and Wool Festival. Maybe you're going to go to Indian Tangled, maybe you're going to go to Cape Palooza. So that's a lot of money. So was it worth it? So the biggest thing that you get to physically bring home is a swag bag. So let's unbag the swag bag and see what you get for $150. So first of all, it comes in this very nice yellow bag with the Woolen Affair logo. Always love good branding. It's a good size bag. I'm a reuser of bags, so good to go there. So it did, I believe it did say that it was going, I guess just the idea of it saying it's going to be a swag bag, you just automatically think you're going to get a tote. I guess technically that doesn't mean a tote. This is a bag, so it could have just been this. But in my mind, I guess I assumed I was going to get a tote. So this is the tote that you get. And I really hope that this camera is doing this tote justice, because this thing is huge. Okay, so this is my Megs & Co bag. And it's full. This bag is full with 75 mini skeins, so it is stuffed full. And this bag is still wider and bigger. So this is just a huge tote. It's almost comically huge. And I love it. It's super thick. So you get the Woolen Affair, a gathering stitched with wool, song, and soul. Yeah, it's just a beautiful little painted logo. And I just really like how thick the bag is. Like it's very sturdy. It's not like a cheap, you know, little throwaway bag by any means. And inside it's got a zippered pocket. No hidden treasure. And there's actually like a slip pocket here, which is probably really hard to show. I think this is supposed to be like a wine bottle pocket. So if you were going to use this as like a market tote or something, or a picnic tote, this is where you would put your wine bottle. So this is huge, so huge. It's one of those bags where like I didn't think I would ever need, and I don't know when I'm gonna use a bag this big because it's crazy. But like now that I have it, I'm like, I'm probably gonna bring this with me on Saturday, right? Like, why wouldn't I? Okay, so going back to value for the show, this is definitely an expensive bag. So, I mean, just it really is like a thick bag. So I would put the value at this bag, no exaggeration, at about $50. So I think already we're winning at the swag bag, because this is not like I said, this is not like some thin, you know, like trade show bag that you're just gonna use a couple times and tell yourself you did a good service, but it's ultimately gonna get pitched in the trash or, you know, packed up as a gift for somebody. I have like things that I've put in here. And next in the swag bag is you get this journal. So again, it has the Woolen Affair logo on it. I haven't opened it up yet because I was saving it for this video. But it does feel very nice. Oh, oh my gosh. So I hadn't opened it up yet because I wanted to save it for this video, and I'm very pleasantly surprised because it's actually a project journal. So inside it has project, and it has a space for your designer, your chosen size. You can sketch your swatch. You have all of your notes, your start and finish dates, and then I love how it has like a dot grid. So, wow. There's even like stitch instructions. This is really cool. There's crochet stitches, yarn weight categories. This is really nice. Okay, so this is a lot more than I thought it was. And then in the back, there's just general grid pages. And then it does have this nice, so it's funny because originally I was going to be like, you know, okay, this is really nice. This is a very nice journal. It's got a nice thick cover. It, you know, it's nice, but I was going to give this like a $20, you know, kind of you know, if you're going to go into like a stationery store or whatever, you know, 15, 20 bucks. But the amount of detail that has gone into, there's even a ruler page. And I'm not faking this. Like, I literally just took the packaging off and had no idea that that is what was on the inside. There is a yarn stash inventory. Oh my gosh. So the amount of detail that has gone into this book. Wait. Yarn. There's a needle and hook inventory. Okay. This is really good. So there probably you can get this in the merch booth. So I'll have to look at what they are selling it for in the merch booth. But I don't know. I'm going to put it at $35. Just, it's really good. You could probably $45. Like, this is really good. This is very good. I am very impressed. Very impressed. I have no idea what they are selling this for in the merch booth. But this is a very good journal. And I definitely think the value here is definitely like $35, $45. So again, I was going to give it like $20 if it was just like a blank journal, which is the cover. But the amount of detail that went into every single page, every single section, literally just blew my mind. So I think this is like a $35 to $45 book. So just in merch alone, and I'm wondering if they sell these bags in the merch tent as well, which I'll have to look. I'll have to look online to see if they do, to see if there's an actual price on here. But I would estimate that this is like a $50 bag. And I'm just going to say $30 just for easy math. So we're at $80 just in merch. There was another thing in here, I know. It's really pretty. So these are locking stitch markers with the Woolen Affair logo, and they are polymer clay, and they are made by Hello Lavender. And I love that they are locking stitch markers, so you can use them as progress keepers or stitch markers, and they work for both crochet and knitting. And there's 3 of them, so there's a rose and a leaf. Very pretty, very beautiful. These are definitely handmade. So again, I would price these $20, $25. So if we have, what did I say this was, $30? I don't remember. If we have our $30 journal, if we have our $50 bag, we have our $25 stitch markers, so we're at $75. So we're basically at $105, and we've just gone through the swag bag. So I do think that that is pretty good. Yeah, so just in merch alone, I do think that this is a very generous offering. I know it's only 3 items, but I do honestly think that it is good. It is a good, I'm so tired. Oh my gosh. It is a very good, generous 3 items. Like, sometimes I hate when the swag bags are just like stickers and business cards and like one mini skein, and I get it. I get, you know, it's just like the free bag, but like, this is a good bag. This is a really good bag. Anyway, so I'm very impressed with this bag. Like, I would rather have 3 items that I'm going to use than a tote bag that's not well made, that's just full of garbage that I'm just going to throw away, because it's just so wasteful. So I'm very impressed with this. Okay, so again, going back to, is this a good value? So $150 ticket, and I got easily, we're just gonna say $100. Easy math here. I easily got about $100 in retail value of merch, and so that leaves us at $50. And I don't know what the regular ticket price was. I don't know what it is. And I was gonna say I probably should have looked it up. Maybe it's literally like 11 p.m. So no, I did not look it up. So it leaves us at $50. So I will say that this ticket does come with a pass for tomorrow. So while it is the preview event, I don't have to buy a ticket for tomorrow. So that's why I'm saying, like, well, what does tomorrow's ticket cost? Because I didn't have to buy a ticket for tomorrow. So I'm trying to like factor in, like, if I had bought a ticket for tomorrow, but I also got this bag that's like really good stuff, and I got an exclusive access to the marketplace where I got to shop super slowly and I didn't have to bump elbows with anybody. I got one-on-one time with every vendor that I wanted to speak to. It was wonderful. You know, so again, is this worth the money? So I am going to have to say yes. I really do think it is. It does seem like it's a lot to spend without knowing what you're getting. And I think that's the hard part, is that you're being asked to spend $150 to just say, trust me, you're gonna love this. But I do. Like, I'm very happy. I'm happy with my journal that I'm going to use. I'm very happy with my Progress Keeper Stitch markers that I'm definitely gonna use. And I didn't think I needed a bag this big, but I'm probably gonna fill it full of shit and I'm gonna use it. I'm already thinking that this might be my next boat bag because you know, towels, man. So I'm very excited for that. And again, like, as somebody who gets very overwhelmed in crowds, I am willing to pay a little bit extra to not have to be in the crowd, to not get pushed around, to not have to deal with that overwhelming situation, and to be able to shop in a very calm and quiet environment. I know it, you know, and part of it too is you get first dibs on everything. And while that's not necessarily as important to me because there's so much good stuff, like, there's always going to be good products. Like, you're never going to miss out on anything. Like, trust me, you're never going to miss out on anything on this entire weekend. You can shop at 4 p.m. on Sunday and you're still not going to miss anything. So for me, it's not about exclusive first access. It's more about quiet time. So what did I buy? Do you want to know what I bought? I did buy some things. So I am going into this weekend, no plan, absolutely no plan, totally rogue, no plan. I feel like so many people, you know, they have spreadsheets, they have plans, they've printed out their patterns, and to those that do, you're doing it right. You're doing all the right things. I spend so much time designing my booth, planning out samples, and trying to inspire others that for me, I want to be inspired. So I went into this weekend saying, no, I'm not going to do the work to come up with a to-do list and all the things. I want to walk into this weekend and you tell me what I don't know. You inspire me. And that's how I'm approaching this weekend. I don't want a list. I want to know, what patterns don't I know exist? What projects don't I know exist? What color combinations have I not thought of? And that's how I'm approaching this weekend. I have no list. I am literally walking in with a blank slate. And you tell me what I should be doing. I don't know if this is like terrible or not, but this is what we're doing. And so far, day one, I do think it's working because I have 2 acquisitions that I'm very, very happy about. So my first one, I was absolutely stunned with this color. So this is called Mother of Pearl. This is by the Wandering Flock. And as a hand iron, sometimes there are just colors that they just take your breath away. And this is one. It's just so beautiful. It's so soft. It's so beautiful. And they had a sample of a pullover that was knit in just single-stranded mohair, and I took a picture of the tag. So depending on when I edit this, hopefully I can throw the name of that sample up somewhere. Maybe not. Maybe you'll just have to ask me for it. Who knows? But they had this sample, and it was absolutely stunning, and so I took a picture of it. I do not remember what it is. And it was so beautiful. It was like the inside of a seashell. It was just, yes, it literally stopped me from walking. So I said, okay, I have to have it. But I also didn't know if I truly wanted to knit a pullover in mohair. And I'm probably the only one that does, but I love single ply yarn. I do. I really do. And I feel like this is probably a hot take because so many people hate it. I love single ply yarn. Obsessed with it. I love it. I got leaves on it. Yeah. So what I ended up doing, because I couldn't make a decision of whether I really wanted to buy, whether I really wanted to make that mohair pullover or just something else, and I was like, I don't know what I want to do. So I ended up just getting 2 skeins of the mohair in that color and 2 skeins in single ply, because 2 skeins is enough for that pullover, or, and this is actually what I think I'm going to do, I could hold the mohair double with the single ply and make a absolutely gorgeous shawl, maybe my next design, because it literally triggered something and inspired me. So I really think that this might be my next knit design, which is crazy that it's not going to be in my yarn, but I don't care. I really don't care. Yeah, but otherwise I will do the pullover in this and just something else in the single ply, because I love single ply. So there's that. I just thought it was absolutely gorgeous. And what I'm so excited about, fiber. So this is American Rambouillet, 100% Rambouillet, 21.5 microns, and it is from Dying Wishes. So pretty. So this color is another one that just stopped me in my tracks. I was mid-conversation with Sarah, and I just stopped talking and picked this up and started playing with it, and it's so beautiful. I love the depth. I just love how it's deep and dark, but you just get these beautiful pops of color. It just spoke to me. So originally I had 2 of these in my hands, and thinking I could spin these up, make it a 2-ply, and have enough for a nice cowl or a small shawl or something. And you guys, she pointed out these 2, because she was like, look at these 2. Wouldn't these 2, do these have names? Oh my god, they do. She's like, have you seen these 2? And wouldn't these 2 go so good with this as a 3-ply? Yes. Challenge accepted. This is not a challenge. I am pissed that I did not bring my e-wheel with me so that I could start this tomorrow morning. I am so excited for this. Okay, so colorway names. Galaxy. Literally stopped me in my tracks. So good. This one is Party at the Brickyard. So this actually, I think, is the show colorway. So pretty. So pretty. And this one is Your So Last Summer. It's got all the teals, purples. Like, these are just all my colors. Teals, pinks, purples, magentas, moody, but bright. These are my colors. So yeah, like when she pointed this out as like how well they go together, I just got so excited. And again, totally on my plan for you tell me, you inspire me, you tell me what I don't know and what I need to do. Sarah pointed it out. And I'm so excited. Like I don't need to go to any other events. I'm just gonna go home and spin this. Just kidding. So that's it. That's day one. And I can't believe that there's 3 more days. Oh my god. That's a lot. But I'm so excited. So I need to go to bed because I've got India Untangled first thing in the morning. And then I do have a nice long break planned in the middle of the day. And then as part of my ticket, going back to is the $150 worth of value. Part of my ticket is that I do get an afternoon pass to go back to a Woolen affair tomorrow afternoon. So I do plan on going back there. And yeah, so that's gonna be my Friday. I'm very excited, but for now, I need to go to bed. Well, I need to wash up and then go to bed. And hopefully I actually sleep because I'm just like so excited. I'm just so excited. But I'd love to know what you think about all of this. Because I feel like it's definitely, you know, it's a lot of money to ask to attend an event. So yeah, let's start a discussion in the comments. And until tomorrow, my name is Meg. You can find me on Instagram at megsandco_yarn. And yeah, bye.